So that's point seven. Point eight, and this is the one that I find, irrespective of what people are doing, how well they're doing, how much they're doing. When you're number eight, comparing or judging yourself and comparing yourself to others, that leads you to deplete yourself just about more than anything else. It's that negative self-talk that you can't escape that will burn you out. So I think as a self-reflection exercise is getting to the place of accepting loving self is very, very important, and not comparing yourself to others, knowing that you're doing the best you can. The best version of you is better than the one before. And that the saying that you've quite often come up with, Adam, about the comparison of self is really the most important metric rather than anything else is so true here.
Yeah. That's how I live my life as well. Is don't everyone's trying their best, and if their best falls short of your best, or if their best is way in front of your best, you shouldn't compare yourself. Just keep doing the best stuff that you can do, and try and be positive in the way that you do it, and just keep growing and growing, and eventually you'll get the results that you're seeking. But just be happy and positive and be your best version of you.
Yeah.
But don't have to put too much pressure on yourself as well. Like just live a happy, healthy life.
Yeah. Spot on. And point number 9, which is carrying on from that, really is about simplification and letting go of tasks, roles, responsibilities that don't serve you. So many times people do things out of obligation and by either guilt, and they don't really want to do those, and that exhausts them and that depletes them and that burns them out. So just getting clear on what it is that you're doing, why you're doing it, and how much joy that it gives you. Granted, there are things and tasks that need to get done. However, there are elements and processes that we've gotten into the routine of doing that aren't really serving us. And if you did an audit on it, sometimes you just let go of things because you want to clean the slate and work out exactly what's going on. Then you only bring back the things that really give you joy. And I think that's a really good metric to be able to simplify and take off some of the rocks out of your backpack that may be weighing you down. It's a really good, healthy habit of following through.
Yeah, 100%. I know a lot of people, and I've been guilty of this. I just took on too much, and then I'd resent a lot of the stuff I was doing. I was just tired, fatigued, just doing it because I've said I was going to do it. Now I'm very open to saying no,
Yep.
and if I want to do something, I'll do it. And if I don't want to do it, it's very difficult to make me do it now because I'm just set and go, it's not going to serve me best. And then when I know I'm doing something that's not serving me best, it means that I'm drawing extra energy out.
Yep.
And that burns me away. It burns me out because it's me just trying to, it's trying to push a car that's in park instead of neutral.
Doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere.
No.
And you've just got to really exert yourself. Or when you're pushing the car, it's in neutral, but someone's in there with their foot on the brake. And you're like, can you just get off the brake? And it's not moving. And yeah, I try not to do that stuff anymore. So I have simplified. And I think that's a great point.
Yeah, it's a simplification is just, let go of things that don't serve you. And point number 10, which is you mentioned just in passing and briefing there, is learning to say no.
It's almost like I've read the list.
Well, it's almost as if you have, but learning to say no is really important. And with that, developing clear boundaries. There's going to be a lot of invitations that you're given, for example, and the busier life gets, there's going to be invitations, not complications. I guess they could be complications, but but invitations to be everywhere and anywhere. And following all of those processes, that may burn you out. And the biggest thing that changed things for me is getting comfortable at the point of saying, look, no, thank you, but no. And not feeling like you have to rationalize or justify why you said no, is just basically saying, look, thank you, I really appreciate it. It's not something that I can do. And being okay with that. And that was quite liberating. The more no's I said to other things, the more yeses I said to myself. And that meant that I was doing things that gave me joy and fulfillment and had a greater level of as I said, personal nurturing in myself. So I wasn't depleted doing tasks that weren't that were within my most important ones to do.
You're prioritizing yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
And don't get me wrong, or us wrong. Just when we say prioritizing ourselves, it means what is true to us. So if that means spending more time with our family instead of going to a dinner party with some random people, I'd say no to the dinner party so I could spend more time with my family or my friends, or like something that's doesn't drain myself so much. It doesn't empty my cup. It keeps my cup full because I can determine what I'm doing for that day.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
yeah. No, I totally agree with you there. Point number 11, and this is where we can be active in what we're doing, is you might want to listen to some music, read, or spend some time doing a hobby that you enjoy doing that's going to change your mood. I spent a lot of time doing that over the Christmas break, a lot of reading, a lot of music listening, a lot of spent time doing hobbies, all those kind of things, and that filled my cup. And they were sometimes things that I didn't get a chance to do as much of. So to me, being able to just walk down to the beach, sit down, read for a couple of hours, not worrying about time constraints, it was just liberating. When so much of my world is scheduled,
Yeah.
whether it's, in consulting, traveling here, there, recordings, all those kind of things, it's all scheduled and driven by a clock. I love taking my watch off, just walking down the beach and just not having a time schedule. That's liberating, so that's what works for me. And being able to lose myself and immerse myself in some reading or some music is just, they're the simpler things that I really gain a lot of recharging in. So that's how I go it.
Well, one of the ways I de-stress is by playing the drums.
Yeah.
And my drum kit's at work. So once I finish from my work day, I'm generally last to leave. So I'll just jump on the kit. If it's one song, if it's two songs, I try and actually just drum it out. And I notice...
Is that like your bookend of the day? Is that how you just finish it off?
Yeah, generally it is. Like, it's normally about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Everyone's gone. I start just having fun on the drum kit. And depends if I'm working out that day to how long I spend on the kit. Some days I get on the kit and I'll play for an hour and I won't even feel time pass. And then other days I really want to play and I'll play half of a song and I just stop because I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
Yep.
So then I just go exercise. But the drum kit is just stress relief. You're just smashing stuff until you pop a shoulder out and Jim starts going, what did you do to yourself?